Now we discuss about the topic of nuclear fusion. Already we discussed the nuclear fission process. What is the nuclear fission? Then one of the nuclei is converted into break. The process of breaking up of the nucleus of a heavier atom into two smaller nuclei. That means nuclear fission. So now we detailed discussion of nuclear fusion. What is nuclear fusion? This is the short answer, 2 mark. When two or more nuclei, light nuclei, that means the mass number is less than 20. That light nuclei combine to form a heavier nucleus. Then it is called as the nuclear fusion. So what is the lighter nuclei? Example for the lighter nuclei, one of the lighter nuclei is hydrogen. That is proton. We know this is the element of X, the Z is the atomic number and A is the mass number. This is the one of the element. So this is the example, the hydrogen, the atomic number is 1. That means the proton, only one proton. And then mass number. Mass number means proton plus neutron. That is mass number. So only one proton here. So hydrogen, this is the one of the proton. So this is the lighter nuclei. So combine of two or more lighter nuclei is formed as the heavier nucleus. So this is called as the nuclear fusion. So then what is the heavier nuclei? So the proton, the mass number and the atomic number is more than 1. So how to combine the heavier nucleus? How to make the heavier nucleus? So first you take the lighter nuclei, you convert into heavier nuclei. So this is then see the diagram. The two protons is combined. This is then heavier nuclei. So to give the sum of the energy, so combine the nucleus and we have a sum of the energy such as the electromagnetic radiation. This energy is the electromagnetic radiation. So to see the mass of the resultant nuclei is less than the sum of the masses of original light nuclei. So here the C is then the less than this is the original nuclei. The sum of the original nuclei is less than the mass of the resultant nucleus. So where is the mass difference here? See the mass difference. This is then very small value. This is the maximum value. What is the mass difference? The mass difference is converted into energy. That means such as electromagnetic radiation. So in nuclear fusion, when the nuclear fusion occurs, so nuclear fusion never occurs at room temperature. Why? What is the room temperature? The 26 degree or 27 degree is the room temperature. So never occurs nuclear fusion in this room temperature. Why? Because this is then proton, this is the proton. This is the positive charge, the proton is the positive charge. So two positive charges is combined. There is the force between the two protons is positive. So in electromagnetic radiation such as the energy. So this is then C, the atom is the positive and the another atom is the positive. So the two lighter nuclei same potential, that is positive and positive. So here to combine the light nucleus, there is the strong repelling by Coulomb repulsive force. You know the repulsive force in lesson number 1 in +2 physics lesson number 1. There is then same charges is repulsive. So how to combine this lighter nuclei? Is it possible? No. This is the repulsive force is here. So there is lighter nuclei does not combine. Why? The charges are same. And how to form a heavier nucleus? So to give some of the energy, that means such energy is temperature. The temperature greater than the 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin, this is the possible temperature to combine the lighter nuclei to form a heavier nuclei. So that means nuclear fusion never occurs at room temperature. Okay. So this is then 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin is not a room temperature. So room temperature is just only 27 degrees centigrade. So the proton is combined by doing the 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin. So temperature, the example for the temperature, the 15 million degrees centigrade is possible to form a light nucleus to heavier nucleus. At that time the pressure is increased. That pressure means 200 million bar pressure. Is it possible in the earth? No, not at all. Here the temperature occurs in only sun. By using the nuclear fission process, already we know the nuclear fission process. By doing this nuclear fusion with the help of nuclear fission process, that means the nuclei is break up. So some of the energy will be radiated. That energy is the radiation. That means heat energy. That heat energy is achieved the 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin. So in fission process, by achieving this high temperature, but not in open space, the atom bomb is blast. The 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin will be reached. But atom bomb will be occur in the open space. That means the chain reaction, we will discuss the later, the chain reaction and the nuclear reaction is already in previous classes. So the temperature is greater than 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin, that means thermonuclear fusion reaction. The temperature attains 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin, we are doing the nuclear fusion process. Yes, only the 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin will be reached. That light nuclei is combined to the form of heavier nucleus. So that means fusion process. So by thermonuclear fusion reaction, what is meant by thermonuclear? Thermo, that means high temperature, that means heat energy. So and then next topic, the energy generation in stars. So what is the energy generation? In star, you mean star. The sun is one of the star. You see the stars in universe. So nuclear fusion process does not occur in natural place. That star, inbuilt of the star, the core of the star, the temperature is the order of 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin. The natural place where nuclear fusion occurs is the core of the stars or the inside of the stars. The sun is the one of the stars, the inside of the sun. That means temperature is 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin. So this temperature is enough. The nuclear fusion process is occurring in stars. So sun is one of the star. So sun fuse means, that means fusion process. The sun fuse hydrogen into helium. So what is the hydrogen? The proton, the light nuclei into helium. So some of the stars even fuse helium into heavier nucleus, heavier element. That means the combine of the lighter nuclei into heavier nuclei, that means fusion. So what is the temperature of the sun? That sun interior temperature is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin. That means 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin is only to form a nuclear fusion process. So sun is converting the 6 into 10 to the power of 11 kilogram of hydrogen into helium in every second. Okay, already we told the energy generation in star, the star is converted into hydrogen into helium. The sun is one of the star. So star even fuse helium into heavier nuclei. So what is the temperature? The temperature is 1.5 into 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin. So by using this temperature to form a nuclear fusion process, so how much of helium is produced? How much of amount of hydrogen into helium? That means the 6 into 10 to the power of 11 kilogram of hydrogen is converted into helium in every second. So then sun, what is the remaining year of sun? So such that this fusion lasts of another 5 billion years. So how much of years is gone and then how much of years is remaining? That means 5 billion years is the remaining. So when the hydrogen is burned out, what is then hydrogen? The proton, the lighter nuclei. Hydrogen is burned out. The sun will enter into new phase. So the hydrogen is fully burned out, is converted into helium. The sun enter into new phase, that means red giant. What is the red giant? The sun is completely burned into hydrogen, into helium. The sun goes to the another one of the form, that means red giant, where helium will fuse to become carbon. So all of the helium is fused to become, that means heavier element. What is the here? Heavier element is carbon. So during this stage, sun will expand greatly in size. What that period? The red giant. In the period of red giant, the sun will expand greatly in size and all planets will be engulfed in it. So the gravitational force is very high. All planets will be, the force will be very increased. And finally, the universe will be collapsed. So according to proton-proton cycle, in proton-proton cycle only occurs the nuclear fusion process. So according to Hans Bethe, the scientist discussed the sun is powered by proton-proton cycle. So the sun is fuse hydrogen into helium. The hydrogen is the one of the means proton. The proton-proton cycle, what is the process here occur in the nuclear fusion in sun and stars? This is the proton-proton cycle. This is the proton. Already we see then this is then proton, one proton. So hydrogen is then proton. So to combine the proton is converted into deuteron. This is the deuteron. The 1H2 is the deuteron. The emission of at that time, the emission of positron and neutrino. The combine of proton-proton, the emission of positron and neutrino, the proton cycle is converted into deuteron. So another, the deuteron will combine in the proton, the emission of gamma rays with helium. So already told sun fuse hydrogen into helium. So here is the helium. So in next step, there is the number of reactions are possible in the third step. This is the third step. So here is the helium to recombine with proton. The positron and neutrino will the emission at the time the helium will produce. This is then helium. So final these three equations, the 4 protons, see the one proton, here is the 2, here is the 3 and here is the 4. The 4 protons is converted into helium with the help of high temperature, that means 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin. With the help of temperature, the proton is converted into fully helium and emission of 2 positron and 2 neutrino, then it releases the energy. That energy as the electromagnetic radiation. What is the value of that energy? That means 26.7 million electron volt. That means 26.7 is overall. To round up this value, 27 milli electron volt energy will release by nuclear fusion process. So see, what is the nuclear process and then how to achieve nuclear process? That means the temperature is maximum temperature will attain here 10 to the power of 7. So only in stars, one of the stars, the sun is one of the stars, it is the interior temperature, so 10 to the power of 7 Kelvin. So the sun is converting 6 into 10 to the power of 11 kilogram of hydrogen into helium at every second. So is this possible, the nuclear fusion process in our earth? So no, not at all. The hydrogen bomb is the one of the example for nuclear fusion. So we know the history. In Japan, the Hiroshima and Nagasaki, the bomb blast. One is the atomic bomb and another one is the hydrogen bomb. So nuclear fusion process is doing the earth. There is lot of energy will be released. That energy means 27 million electron volt energy will be released. And then the third topic is elementary particles. What is the elementary particles? Here is the elementary particles. So an atom has a nucleus surrounded by electrons and nuclei. So you see the atom in previous sections, previous classes, and the nucleus. In nuclei, it combine of proton and neutron. In 1960, the proton, neutron and electron is the only the fundamental building blocks in atom. In later, the 1964, the proton, neutron, electron is not only in atom. In some of the remaining particles in atom, that means quark. So in 1968, the SALC, that means Stanford Linear Accelerator Center in USA, discovered using the experiment, the quarks will be discovered. What is the quarks? This is the elementary particles. The quark is the fundamental or elementary particles. And then what is the types of quarks? There are 6 quarks. The one is up and down, and another one is charm and strange and top and bottom. There are the 6 number of quarks. So this is the elementary particles. So we know the atom, nucleus, electrons and nuclei. It contains proton and neutron. So only we know these particles. By this is the fundamental building blocks. The proton and neutron is made up of quarks. In electrons are fundamental or elementary particles because they are not made by anything. In 1968, it discovered then quark. That means the 6 type of quarks, that is up, down, charm, strange, top and bottom. This is the 6 quarks. So all of the fractional charges. So this is the fractional charges of one of the up quark. This is the fractional charges, for example, of charge of up quark, that is plus 2 by 3 of electron. The down quark minus 1 by 3 of electron. So according to quark model, this is then neutron and proton is made up of, the neutron is made up of 1 up quark and 2 down quarks. In proton, 1 down quark and 2 up quarks. You see in the diagram. In neutron, in first, we know only the proton and neutron. Only the proton and neutron and the charges and the mass of the proton, mass of the neutron is discussed by the year 1968. He discovered the quarks. The neutron is made up of quark, 1 up quark and 2 down quarks, and the proton is 1 down quark, 2 up quarks. These are the elementary particles. Briefly discuss the elementary particles in research area in higher studies. The one of the interesting fact, till date more than 20 Nobel Prizes have been awarded in the field of particle physics, that is elementary particle, in 20 Nobel Prizes. In detailed discussion of quarks in higher studies. So and then finally we discuss the fundamental forces of nature. What is the fundamental forces? In previous classes we know the gravitational force and then electromagnetic forces are already known. So the gravitational, what is the gravitational forces? The two masses, the forces between the two masses. In previous classes, the plus one, the Newton discusses then gravitational force. We know the gravitational forces between two masses in universal, in nature. One of the planet and man. You sitting in the earth, in the top of earth, there is the force between earth and you. The gravitational forces will occur. And then the electromagnetic forces. Between the two charges, the electromagnetic forces in between the two charges, already the nuclear fusion, the proton charges, the hydrogen, the proton charges, that means positive charges. The negative charges are repelled forces. The positive charges are repelled forces. Positive negative is attracted forces. In between the two charges, the electromagnetic forces will occur. These two forces is plays major role in most of our day, in day-to-day life. The another one is then the nuclear forces. What is the nuclear forces? What is the nuclear forces? In nucleus, there is proton, neutron and electron. In between the proton and neutron and electron, there is some of the forces. The proton is the positive charge, neutron is the neutral, the electron is the negative charge. In between the proton and the electron, there is the one of the attractive force, because the proton is positive and the electron is negative. So this means the attractive force. Why electrons goes to inside the nuclei? You think about why electrons does not inside the nucleus. Because here is the charge, the proton is positive and the electron is negative. Why here the combined? Why electron goes to nucleus, inside the nucleus? This is then force in between the proton and the electron. This is the force, that means strong nuclear force. and weak nuclear force. The proton-proton forces, electron-electron forces are the nuclear forces also. The weak force, this means the weak nuclear forces is short range force. The weak nuclear forces is the one of the shorter in nuclear force inside the nuclei. The force play an important role in beta decay and the energy production of the stars. Already we see the hydrogen, the proton-proton cycle, that means the positive charges. It gives some of the energy, will release the nuclear fusion process. The weak nuclear forces will act between the proton-proton cycle. So in fusion, the hydrogen into helium in sun. We see the hydrogen into helium in sun. There is some of the energy, that means the nuclear forces. There is then 4 types of the fundamental forces. One is the gravitational force, the electromagnetic force, strong nuclear force, weak nuclear force. These are the fundamental. It's very interesting in day-to-day life. In simple words, you think the gravitational attraction force in our body. You standing on the earth, there is the gravitational force in between the earth and you. So this is the gravitational force. In surface of the earth, then atom in a such particle, that means electromagnetic force. In between the atoms of the surface of earth with atoms in our foot. You think that atoms of the surface of the earth, atoms of the foot in your foot, in between the atoms the force is then electromagnetic force. The atoms in your body, are stable. Are stable or not? The stable. Not stable, that means the collapse. Okay. The atoms in our body are stable because the strong nuclear forces acting on your body. In solar system, that means the solar system, the planet and the sun, the planet and the earth, there is occurring here the gravitational force. And then finally, earth depending on the solar energy from the sun, there is a weak natural force, weak nuclear force. That means that these are the natural forces. The weak force which plays a main role of in day-to-day life during the nuclear fusion reactions in the core of the sun. So finally, what is the nuclear fission? The heavier nucleus decays into lighter nuclei. And what is the nuclear fission? The two lighter nuclei fuse to heavier nuclei, that means nuclear fission. The energy generation through nuclear fusion is very high in stars, that means suns. Already we know in reactors, the nuclear reactors, there is then controlled reaction. That nuclear reaction will be controlled. In atom bomb or hydrogen bombs, there is uncontrolled form of energy release.